How's it going? And welcome back to another video. On today's video, we are going to be doing something quite interesting. I didn't start the timer, I forgot to. This video is going to be uncut anyway. I'm very tired. I'm not feeling inspired to really edit this video, so I'm just going to try and talk as much as I can. And then, we'll go from there. But anyways, yeah, I just feel tired, so I'm just feeling it. Um, but tomorrow, obviously, it'll be a lot better because that's my second weekend getaway. Um, but anywho, today's video is going to be kind of deep. Um, you know, it's gonna be a little bit of a deep one, a little bit one that you're gonna be like, whoa, about. I'm going to go through my diary with you guys. And what I've barely written down. I genuinely am serious. I do not write a lot of shit down on this. I write down random ass ideas, random ass shit. I seriously, with this like journal or like idea book, it's just a book for something that's like big on my brain. Or like an idea that I just can't, that I just really want to put down. So, I feel like, yeah, definitely buckle up for this weird ass journal entry. For these weird ass journal entries, because they're going to be either deep or just a random ass idea or a random thing that I thought of. You know, it could be anything. It seriously could be anything. So let's just get started. First thing I did was I said, it's crazy to think that we were made from monkeys. Yeah, that's crazy. That is crazy. I don't know why I thought that. Again, randomized ideas. You see? Randomized thoughts. Anywho, next thing. Nature is truly an amazing thing. What? Why did I write that? Okay, next. I had an encounter with a coyote once. Oh yeah, I did. I did have a encounter with a coyote. This actually brings up a good story. Yeah, there was one time when I was on my run. We were at our old house, and we had this canal that was like really close. I was like only 2 miles away, and I could easily run there, like on my run. Like I could just do it easily. And I was just running one time, and it was hot. I was like sweating, blah blah blah. And I was just running, and I just saw this coyote, and I was just astonished. It was just random. I was just like, what the fuck? I stared at it. It stared at me. And I backed up slowly, hands down. Hands up, slowly, skillfully backing up. And then the coyote just ran away after that, after it, saw that I was walking away. And then I just kept going with my run. Back to my house, actually. Because that was actually my halfway point. I was like, yeah, there it is. But anywho, next thing. Mountains are bigger versions of ant hills. What? Random ass idea. Okay, mountains are bigger versions of ant hills. That's a weird thing to think about. Okay. I love it though. It's good. It's great. I don't remember writing any of this. But anywho, next thing. This thing is a big idea. That I really would like to genuinely like make happen. That would be so cool. This idea would be so cool, and I can go into more depth about it after I read this. But it says idea, real life D&D. Okay. Side note, basically the same but with real life elements. Another note, most of everything is real with a medieval look. Next note, everyone walks around with cosplay and their regular dice. And then next note, they go around making it seem real. Okay, I'm gonna kind of go more into depth about this because this is something that's like super, like this is something that would break all of the D&D stuff. This is something that would change the game genuinely. Genuinely. And I think it would be something that would be groundbreaking in D&D history. So what I would do is I would buy a massive plot of land. I would make it have squares, like the normal playing board, as you would in any like encounter or whatever. And I would just make it a basic square, board, square grid. And in that plot of land, like it would, in the square grid would like go through the land and everything too. But then there would be like a weird entrance or something into the village or whatever. And then what would happen is like you would just go about your adventure. And if you get into an encounter, then you would, as the normal game, you would use those squares to your advantage. You see? So then, like the squares are there just so then it's easier for you to move around and actually get into combat. But if you're not in combat, you can just walk freely. You see what I'm saying? And like we would have NPCs. We would have people that are just like doing different type of shops. We can make it a real sponsored like shop thing. Like people could come in with their real life like medieval shops and stuff like that. Like it would be insane. Like people would come in with their real like stuff. Like everything would be real. And it would be like a real looking environment. And then on your adventure, as you go out of the village or wherever you're going, as you're adventuring off into the wilderness, you would kind of go through a real wilderness, but in a very kind of in a shorter distance comparatively. And here's the thing that would be difficult though, is like the day-night cycle. Because like in typical D&D games, the DM would always make sure that, everything is going and flowing very smoothly. And like everything would just be going like fast, Like you would be skipping hours upon hours of adventure, inside of the entire adventure. But with like this real life idea, you're not skipping anything. You're there the entire time, So that part is difficult, which makes me think that, it would be best if it would be like a week thing. Like it would be a massive long time, to really just like make it seem real. Again, that's the whole idea, is to bring D&D to life. And so, yeah, it's kind of like, it's kind of complicated, if you think about it. It's really hard to really bring up D&D, but in real life. Like somebody buys a huge plot of land and like makes a village, makes a town, makes, it would be insane. But I would say that it would have to be a huge pot of land, as I said. But also, what would happen is like you would have to have those like, like within those like wilderness areas. It would have to be such a short, like in real time. It would have to be a way shorter distance comparatively from town to town, and then you would be in that town. But it would be like separated between like all the trees and stuff like that. But like it's a good anywho. I'm sorry, I kind of went off with this explanation, but it's something that I really do think about a lot. But it's a sick idea, But anywho, the next thing on my journal says, I'm going to chase my dreams and not think about it no matter how much it hurts, no matter how much you don't want to let people down, no matter what. Nothing and nobody will stand out of your way, no matter how much you think people will beat you, no matter how much you think people will try to kill you. It's a true fact. That's a true fact. I do think a lot of people have major, like, whenever I disappoint somebody, I feel like something bad is going to happen to me. That's a true fact, I really do think that a lot, and it's not, and I think it's mostly because of my trauma, Obviously, I'm over it, I'm not, like, thinking about it anymore, and I wrote down my thoughts and admirations towards it, and blah, blah, blah. But anywho, and then I went on to just write about, like, some more encouraging shit, to me, and in the end, in this last little stanza, I said, believe in yourself, don't overthink things, don't do what makes you happy. And then what really makes it fucked up is that I then wrote down the thing that it's by, and it's by the voice in my head, because it's a true fact that I do have a voice in my head telling me, you got this, you can do it. It's just, even though you don't want to disappoint anybody and you don't want to get that trauma back, you just got to do it, Nothing will happen like that again, really. Like, I've been through a lot as a human being, and so I'm definitely, yeah. That was something, though. That was a random deep moment of my life, and I was just feeling deep as fuck. So I was like, yep, I'm gonna write this to help me out and to really just let go of my mind. Anywho, and then I wrote down this idea: doing DoorDash and documenting every time you go out. And I thought about that for a while, and I still do to this day. You know, I still do to this day. You know, like I think about doing DoorDash just in general. You know, I really want to do like DoorDash as my like full time. That would be sick. That would be a sick full time job because like I would be physically gaining the money as I go. And I could get as many orders as I possibly can, you know? And then I could gain so much more money than what I make now. It's insane working at. It would be insane working at DoorDash, and then I could also do like other, you know, delivery apps or like other money making methods like that. You know, another thing that really inspired me to do so with that is Ryan Trahan. I can only assume whoever tries to watch this video just because I said that word, you know that, you know who he is, you know. Anywho, he really like inspired me to like try and do DoorDash like full time, and brought that idea back to my head. But anywho, here's the last thing. If there truly is multiple Big Bangs, then there isn't an end in sight. There is just an end with the old and a bigger emphasis on the new. Again, a big ass deep moment where I was just like, what the fuck? If that is true that there are multiple Big Bangs because of how fucking vast the fucking universe is and how vast space is, you would think that like because of the fact that there are so many Big Bangs that there isn't any end in sight, is just bringing, there's a bigger emphasis in the new shit. There's just like combinations of old and new. Anywho, I'm way too exhausted to think deeply like that again, but I'm gonna go ahead and end this video right here. Again, I forgot to set the timer, but this is definitely gonna be done obviously in less than an hour because I'm about to end the video and just straight up upload it because I am tired, ready to fall asleep and die in my bed. Not actually, just in game. Anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and go to bed. I hope you guys have a good rest of your night. And again, tomorrow's gonna be a much better one. Trust me, I know it will be. And I will see you guys in the next one. Peace the fuck out. Love you all. I'll see you guys later. Bye. Bye.